Namaste. We all have been hearing about inspirations, strength, courage, risk-taking, aspirations, confidence. But let me begin by saying that poverty is also a form of violence with the consent of the society. Almost 5 decades of our experience at Seva tells that poor do not want charity. What they need is enabling and equipping them in their fight against poverty. How do they earn a life of dignity and self-respect? We as a society need to be a nurturing society, build an economy of nurturance. What do we mean by an economy of nurturance? It is an economy that generates ample local employment. It generates employment not by snatching away somebody else's employment. It generates employment that provides, that assures and secures the 6 basic needs of almost every family or a household, which is food, clothing, shelter. We call the roti, kapda, makan, and access to basic services, healthcare, education, and access to financial services. This is doable by creating startups or enterprises which are owned and managed by the local producers themselves. This is doable when we build decentralized supply chains which are built by the local communities. Our late founder Ela Bhatt called it the 100 miles approach. Cut down the distance between the producers and the consumers. This will not only address the issue of poverty or the economic violence, but also address the growing concerns and issues of climate crisis. This may all sound doable in theory, but allow me to share some of our modest experiences. About 25 or 30 years back, when I was organizing the women in the dry desert areas of Banaskantha in Gujarat, I met with Gauri Ben, one of the many artisans that I came across. Despite having exquisite craft skills, Gauri Ben had to migrate year after year in search of work and income. She would have lived life full of poverty, or she would have been working as a craft laborer for some gigantic company. But today, Gauriben sits on the board of Seva's Trade Facilitation Center, which is a company owned by 15,000 women artisans like her. The company owns 2 brands, Hansiba and Harki. Maybe we can watch what Gauriben has to say.
દુનિયામાં કંપની તો ઘણી છે પણ આ અમારી એક કંપની એવી છે કે તેના માલિક ને મેનેજર અમે છીએ.
So Gauriban says that you may have seen several companies in this world which are owned by individuals or families, but this is one company which is owned and managed by women like me. They are the owners, they are the managers, they are the suppliers, they are the shareholders. Gauriban has listed her home on Airbnb. She receives guests from India, from the US, from Australia, from the Netherlands. The guests are taken to visit the Hansiba Museum, where they see the craft in practice. She has brought the global markets to her doorstep. Today, Gauriban and her family earn anywhere between rupees 80,000 to a lakh per month. Let us watch how she does that.
गुजरात में तो मानते हैं कि हम मेहमान को अतिथि देवो भव, हमारे में ऐसी बहुत खासियत है कि हम मेहमान को बहुत अच्छी तरह से रख सकते हैं.
મહેમાન તો આવે અમારી ઘરે આવે તો પહેલા અમે એને આવો એમ કહી બેહો પાણી પણ જે અમારા કને જે કળા છે જે અમારે રીતિ રિવાજમાં છે
सेवा जो है वो जो असंगठित बहनें, जो अनऑर्गेनाइज सेक्टर की जो बहनें हैं, उनको संगठित करके उनकी एक आइडेंटिटी, उनकी एक जो पहचान है खुद के काम की, वो दिलवाती है और उनको पूर्ण रोजगार और स्वावलंबन जो रोजगार है उनमें वो कैसे आगे बढ़कर ताकि वो अपने पूरे घर को अच्छे से आगे ले पाए, वही काम करती है सेवा।
सुरेंद्रनगर देश में 65,000 मेंबर है। उसकी इनकम नहीं होती क्योंकि खेती में काम करते हैं, पशुपालन में काम करते हैं। तो हमें नया रोजगार क्या देना है, तो हमारा नया रोजगार एडमिन के साथ जुड़े हम सब एक में, तो हमारा काम का भी प्रचार होगा।
ये अगर अपने घर में रह के ही वो आगे बढ़ेगी तो उसमें दूसरों को खिलाने के साथ खिलाएगी तो सही, पर उसको खुद को रोजी मिलेगी।
મને બહુ સારું લાગ્યું, મને બધું જોવા જડ્યું અને મને એવું લાગ્યું કે હું હવે આગળ વધીશ, ગૌરીબેન મને લઈ જશે।
हमारा खाना और उनका खाना अलग होता है, तो हम किस तरह से खाना बना रहे हैं, जैसे कि हमारी बाजरी की रोटी है, तो वो लोग को भी सिखाते हैं।
મારા દીકરાને કોઈ પણ તકલીફ આવે છે તો મને એવું લાગે છે કે અમે સામનો કરી શકશું, કેમ કે અમારા પાસે સેવા છે, અમારા પાસે એરબીએનબી બી અમે ઘર મૂક્યા છે, તો અમારી આવનારી પેઢીને વધારે આગળ જવાની તક મળશે।
So we saw how Gauriban has been innovating, taking risks, and today her sons do not have to migrate or work as casual laborers. Gauriban has also been training other women artisans in the country in our states like Assam, Kashmir, Ladakh, UP, Maharashtra, also in the neighboring countries such as Afghanistan, Nepal, Sri Lanka, and Bhutan. We all know that when adversities, when cultural adversities, when economic shocks and the continuing conflict hits, these women artisans in Sri Lanka or in Afghanistan have been able to overcome the challenges and live a life of dignity, create hope for their younger children by getting work and employment through their collective enterprises. We can see some of the pictures of what's happening currently in Sri Lanka and in Afghanistan. This is how the women, they seek permission from the Maulvis or the Shoras. They go and work at the center and earn livelihood and live a life of dignity. What I'm trying to say, therefore, is that building collective enterprises, building cooperatives which are owned and managed by the women themselves, building local decentralized supply chains is building an economy of nurturance. This is the result of an economy of nurturance. This is what brings economic freedom, freedom from poverty, hunger, and starvation. This is how women are able to enjoy the dusri azadi that they call sisterhood, solidarity, and freedom from hunger and starvation. And I will request that we all join together in what these sisters have been saying and what these sisters have been singing together. So I'll sing and then maybe you would, if you feel like, may follow. And that is, Hum honge kamyab, hum honge kamyab, hum honge kamyab ek din. Oh, मन में है विश्वास, पूरा है विश्वास, हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन. This is what gives the real strength, the inspiration, and how we fight poverty together. And therefore, we always at Seva say, Hum sab ek hai, Hum sab ek hai. Maybe you all can also feel the same spirit. So, Hum sab, Hum sab. Thank you so much.